Hi everyone, my name is Melanie Thompson and welcome to my Christmas decorating series. I will make sure that I always link my playlist below in my description box. I hope you'll subscribe to my channel because I love decorating for Christmas and I have so much to share. So let's get started. Have you ever wanted a beautiful wreath for Christmas and just couldn't find one that you liked or that matched your decor? Well, that was my dilemma. I knew that I wanted my colors to be gold and majestic blue, but whenever I was looking for a wreath that I liked, I just couldn't find one. So I thought, Melanie, just do one yourself. So I'm going to give you some inspiration today on how you can make a beautiful Christmas wreath. This pine wreath was very inexpensive. I purchased it at Walmart for $2.98. But don't worry, I'm going to make this into something beautiful, and guess what? It'll be for under $30. I'd like to start by showing you all of the items that I plan to place on my wreath. These picks are so pretty. They have a frosted, glittery look to them, and I bought them at Michael's, and they were regularly $2.99 each, but I got them for 50% off. I forgot to mention that I purchased these picks last year. I love this color of blue, this royal or majestic blue. I just bought these at Walmart last week for $3.98, and they're going to look so pretty. I'll also be adding in 4 of these curly pipe cleaner looking things that I found at Walmart, and they were regularly $1.49 each, and I also purchased these last year on clearance for 50% off. And these picks are really nice because they have the clip attached. And I'll also be using these ornaments. I purchased this whole container of bulbs at Walmart last week for $4.98. I didn't go out and buy any new ribbon for this wreath. I'm just using some of what I had left from a previous project. And I'll also be adding in these cute little pine cones, and they were $2.98. And yep, they were also purchased at Walmart. And I will be using floral wire to attach all of my items. I'm going to start by taking off that price tag because I definitely don't want that left on. And I do apologize, this is a very small picture. I don't exactly know for sure what happened. I think I was so worried about getting my wreath into focus that I didn't realize how my camera was actually recording. So I do apologize, and I didn't realize it until right now whenever I was doing my editing, and I didn't want to rip my whole wreath apart just to redo it. So because I put so much work into it, so I just hope that you're still able to really kind of see exactly what I'm doing and are able to be inspired and to try this on your own. And right now I'm just fluffing up my wreath, just making sure that my branches are all facing the direction that I want them. So here I'm just playing around with these picks, trying to figure out the placement that I want them, and then I'm going to go back and attach them with the floral wire. Here I have my handy dandy wire cutters, and I'm cutting this floral wire into probably about 4-inch pieces. So what I'm doing now is just gonna go around and attach my picks. And I really wanna be careful and make sure that I get these really good and tight. So I'm just gonna get it into place, and then I'm gonna wrap my floral wire around it, and I wanna twist it as tightly as I can. And I could always cut off the excess pieces of the wire, but I don't wanna do that. I'm just gonna tuck it down inside where you can't notice it, because then later on, whenever I want to redo this wreath, it's going to be a lot easier for me to find the pieces of wire. And not only that, but I can also, if it's not too badly bent, I can save the pieces of wire and reuse them for a later wreath. Now I'm going to go in and add these curly pipe cleaner picks. And where I'm putting them right now isn't where they're going to stay. Sometimes whenever you're making something, in the beginning you think, wow, this really looks good in my mind. But then whenever you start actually placing the items, it's just not looking how you envisioned it. So that's what's happening right now. I'm thinking, I love this. This is looking good. Then as I get a little further into it, I'm realizing that the look just isn't there. So I will be going and changing some of these things. And this pick right here that I'm just attaching is the one that really threw me off. Whenever I was placing it, whenever I was making my wreath, I was thinking, yep, I like this. And like I said, it wasn't until I got a little further into this wreath that I just wasn't feeling it. So, and I don't know, maybe you can see it, maybe you really can't, but this just wasn't working for me. I also have to let you know that whenever you're looking at my wreath, sometimes you're not looking at it in the direction that it would actually be hanging on my wall. As I'm working on this, I don't know if you're able to notice, but I am kind of twisting it because I'm actually sitting on the floor creating this wreath, which I do that a lot. It's just so much easier for me to take all of my stuff and just place it on the floor in front of me. And then I just sit there. Sometimes I watch TV in the evening with my family, and I can craft while I'm watching a good movie. So, but if you notice that it's just not looking right, that's why, because I am kind of twisting it as I go. One of the reasons that I'll be using ribbon for this wreath is to make a hanger, and I completely forgot to do that in the beginning. So before I get any further into making this wreath, I want to get that done. So I cut off about a 6-inch piece of ribbon, and I'm just going to wrap my floral wire around it and attach it really good to the back of my wreath. Now it's time to add all of these beautiful ornaments. So I'm just gonna go around and lay them at first, just to kind of see where the placement is that I want these. Then I'm gonna go back and add all of my beautiful ornaments with the floral wire. And you might see me adjusting a little bit as I go, because maybe I don't like the look of something in the beginning, but you'll really get to see how this all just comes together and is turned and transformed into a beautiful wreath. So now I'm just trying to play around with some of these gold ornaments and see exactly where I want these to be placed. And this is where I'm adjusting my little curly Q pick. As you can see, that one on the left, I don't like it. And so what I'm doing is kind of putting 2 there at the top and 2 at the bottom. And you're not looking at it in the proper direction right now. It would actually be turned about halfway around, and there will be 2 of those at the top and 2 at the bottom, which I'll give you a better look as I get further into this. And I do apologize, like I said, I have to kind of keep turning this, but I didn't like how that one curly Q was sticking up there in the middle. Now I'm gonna go in and add these other royal blue ornaments, or majestic blue. I'm not sure exactly what color of blue it is, but I think it is beautiful. Before I add any more ornaments, I want to go in and add my pieces of ribbon. So I'm not adding a bow to this wreath because I didn't feel that this wreath needed a bow, because it's going to be fancy enough on its own. And where I'm going to display it in my mudroom, I don't want it to draw away from the other items that are going to be around it. So I'm going to tuck in pieces of my ribbon. So I'm just going to cut these into pieces, into strips, and then I'm going to attach it with a piece of my floral wire. And this is a really nice little trick to do whenever you don't want to add a bow. This is what it looks like after adding all those pieces of ribbon. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in some more ornaments. I have a few more gold ornaments that I'd like to add. These really pretty teardrop ornaments were in with my container that I just bought, so I definitely want to add these in. Here I'm just pointing out where I added those pretty ornaments. Now I'm going to go in and add these beautiful pine cones. Here I'm just pointing out where I added the pine cones. I think I need to add a few more blue ornaments. So I'm just gonna go around, and where I think it needs to have an extra little ornament, I'm gonna add one. Have you ever wondered how to make your bows keep their shape? Well, you can use acetate sheets. These are awesome because you can just cut it into strips, glue it together or tape it together, and then put it inside of your rolled ribbon. This works awesome. I didn't have to use it for this ribbon because it does have the wire edging, and this wasn't really big, so I didn't have any hard time getting my ribbon to keep its shape. But if you've ever wondered how you get it to keep its form, that's the secret. Here are a few better pictures of my wreath now that it's all finished and I got the issue with my camera figured out. I purchased my acetate sheets at Michael's, and if you're looking to stay connected, you can now follow me on Instagram, Melanie Thompson 1364. I will make sure that I link my Christmas series playlist below in my description box. And if you like this video, I would appreciate it if you would give me a great big thumbs up. I love reading your comments. And if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you as a member of my YouTube family. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!